Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Come Back. I'm Kim. I'm going to put my lighter. Well, last night I woke up and my daughter Rebecca was here and she brought Archangel Raphael and Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Zadkiel. It was quite startling. But anyways, she told me that I needed to do this video on addiction, that somebody out there needs to hear these messages. And so, of course I said I'll do it. And then she told me to get the letter out. She wrote me, and to read it. And I do. I haven't had this letter. I haven't read this letter since her death in 2013. So, but she told me to do it, and so I'm going to do it. And she told me that I was to talk about the archangels that help with addiction, which is Gabriel, Raphael, and Zadkiel. And Archangel Raphael dissolves the behaviors of the addiction. And Zadkiel is the archangel of mercy and forgiveness and freedom and a beautiful violet color for this angel. And then there is Archangel Gabriel. And Gabriel helps us get closer, gets clear about our addictions, and see them for what they really are. Also, it helps with the triggers of what triggers your addictions. Addictions are how do I want to say this? Addictions are a way of escaping stress and pain. Addictions happen for a number of reasons. Are your addictions brought on from loneliness, from emptiness, anger, grief, trauma? And so those are the three archangels you call upon for addiction. And, oh, wow. I've not seen this since, oh, I can't believe, my daughter's hair just fell out of the envelope. I'm going to try to get through this. At the top, I don't know if you can see that. It said, Happy Mother's Day. Okay. Spirit, let me get through this. Because somebody needs to hear this. Somebody's out there struggling with addiction. Or, you have a family member or a child that suffers from addiction. I told Rebecca's story. But when I was giving it, after I did it, there was more that I wanted to go in and say about it, but I didn't, because I'd already put it out. And I don't want you to think that, it was easy for me to get to the point where I had to, I had tough love on her. And that was really hard for me. Because when you get to that point that you have to put your child out because of the, oh, I'm sorry. Because the addict does things that steals, says hurtful things, and it's quite heartbreaking. And when it came to the point that I had to do the tough love, it was because of the stealing. And I'll never forget, I came home one day and she was packing stuff up. And she said, well, I'm going. And I'm like, where are you going? I didn't understand it. And she was she wasn't very nice. And we had just got our grandson. Wii game for Christmas. And she was packing all that stuff up, and I didn't think anything of it because I thought, well, I later found out that she hawked that. She even hawked her sister's bike that was in the garage, which was very, very, very hard. I couldn't believe she would do something like that. Again, it's the addiction that makes them do these things. And then at one point, I took my grandchildren, and I point blank told her, if she didn't leave them with me, where I knew they were going to be safe, that I was going to call. But at that point, I felt I had to protect my grandchildren, because you don't know what kind of people they're around. When it came to the point where I couldn't give her any money anymore, because I would give her gas money, and then like half hour later she'd be back going, why any gas money? And I'd ask her, what did you do with the money I gave you? And she would say, well, I had to run here and here, and it's all gone. The truth of the matter is, she was taking that and buying heroin. This happened 2 years. The last 2 years of her life is when she became an addict. And I saw him take her down to Skin and Bones. And at times, she would tell me she was hungry. And I would I would go, well, you can't come in. I will make you some food. And I will sit it out on the porch. And I would do that. But I would be standing on the other side of that door. I would be on the other side of that door crying, praying. So when I talk of these things, I didn't do these things because I had a cold heart. It had to be that way. Okay. All right, let's... Excuse me, let me go get something really quick. I'll be right back. Okay. My puppy dog's right here sitting. He knows I'm sad. Okay. Oh. I have no clue. Just gonna read this letter. Mama. That's what she called me. That's what both my girls called me. Mama. I've been staring at this blank piece of paper for over an hour. Now trying to find the right words to get down to make you realize how much I truly do love you. I wish I could turn back time and take away all the things I have said and done to hurt you. But since I know that will never be possible, all I can say and do is apologize. And prove to you and everyone else, most of all myself, that I can get back on the right path in life and hopefully work on the relationships I have destroyed over the past 2 years. In NA, they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, yet expecting a different result. And you know what? It's exactly what my life has been for quite a long time now. Insanity and nothing but. I know you will not truly believe how much I am really ready to change until I'm out of here and able to prove to you as well as myself. It hurts so much knowing that I have to be in here on Mother's Day and not with my babies and you. But I'm the only one. But I'm the only one that's put myself in this place. Therefore, I am the only one that can get myself out of it and stay that way. I wanted you to know the whole truth of how I've got this recent case and what time, if any, I may be looking at. I go to court for my sentencing on Thursday at 1:30. God, this is hard to do. When we stayed with my brother, Jason, that weekend, we stayed at his ex's house because he was house sitting for the week. And the one morning we left there, I was so sick and had no idea how I was going to get the money for a fix that day. So I did what my junkie mind told me to do, which is to grab this man's bracelet, with whom I didn't even know, and took it to a gold shop. I know you don't understand what goes through the mind of a sick junkie. We don't think what consequences of our actions are, just on how we can make ourselves stop feeling as though we are dying because, sorry, my tears are getting in my way. Because withdrawals from it really is that bad, Mama. Which is part of the reason I'm actually grateful at God's decision on court on Thursday, at me having to be in here for at least another week. Because that has always been my problem. I've been wanting to get clean so bad over the last year, but the problems with that was that I could never make it through the detox part on my own, on the outside. It was just so easy to go get the fix to make the injury stop. So I'm really feeling good about my chances at staying clean if they were to release me Thursday. Because I will be almost 20 days completely sober, and really truly believe if I continue to stick with the NA and AA program that I will be able to do things with my life that I have never believed to be possible. I'm sorry I keep going on and on. It's just I really want you to know reasoning on why things have ended up at this point, as well as how I feel now. I miss my baby so much. But there is a reason for all of this. This coming to a head like it has. And truly believe God has made it this way to wake me up. Again, I'm sorry, the tears keep getting in my eyes and I can't. Oh, just breathe. God has made it this way to wake me up to my real responsibilities I have in life, and it's sure not how to get a fix for the day. Please make sure Aaron and Sarah both know how much I love and miss them dearly. And Mama, oh gosh, this is really tough. I'm sorry, guys. And Mama, do you think we can start over from this day forward, and make a better relationship between the two of us? Without all my drugging and drama caught in the middle of it. Now it's completely up to you if you would want to go with Dad to my sentencing on Thursday at 1:30. But if you could, oh gosh. At this point, my makeup, I don't care. It's just gonna go. It would mean the world to me. I could be looking at as little as doing probation, or as much as doing 6 months to 3 years. Six months to 3 years on this recent charge, which my public defender thinks the most I could do is 6 months. Do 3 with good time, which means I would only have 2 months left, which still seems so far away. From now. So all we can do now is pray for the best outcome. Whatever His will for me shall be. I hope you had a good Mother's Day, because I know this won't get to you by then, because I just now got an envelope and stamp. I love you, Mama, with all my heart. With all my heart, and other than what I told you to tell the kids, could you please make it known to Daddy how much I really, truly love him, and how he has no idea how much I appreciate, not to mention, blown away. Blown away by how much he has been there for me through all of this, especially after everything I have done to hurt all of you. I don't know how much I would be able to make it through all this without you guys' support. I love you so much, Mama. And please don't be sad. Please don't be sad. Nor shed a tear over me. I made the bad decisions I have made because everything happens for a purpose which will, in the end, make me much better and stronger person. I love everyone all so much, Mama. Happy birthday, always, forever, Rebecca. I went to the court date. I went to I'd worked in law enforcement. And I'd always tell my girls, if you do something wrong, you go to jail. I will not. That's the one thing I won't do for you. I will not get you out. So I was there. For the first time in my life. I was on the other end of I watched my daughter be brought in an orange jumpsuit, shackled, handcuffed and shackled, connected, with other prisoners coming in, go before the judge. The hardest thing I remember when I spoke about Sarah's, my oldest daughter's car accident the night she was killed. It really one of the worst days of my life to go through. Until that very moment, I remember when my Sarah was in her car, and I wanted to get to her. And it wouldn't let me, of course. I had that same feeling. When they brought her in, I wanted so much to go up to her and hug her. You weren't even allowed to communicate anyway. Oh, but when she came in, she looked for me. And when she saw that I was there, she mouthed the words, "Thank you, and I love you." She got 6 months. She was in 3 months. And she was clean for the first time. In a very long time. When I picked her up, she was released. Her eyes sparkled again. She gained weight. She looked so good. If you want to know the whole story, I'll let you go back and watch Rebecca's story. I will tell you though, the last thing she said to me when she left that morning was, "I love you, Mama, and don't go to Sarah's grave tomorrow without me. Don't go alone." That was June 7th, and that was when my oldest was killed in a car accident. But instead of her coming to my door the next day, June 7th, it was police officers, 2 police officers. She was gone. I know many people with addictions, and many of them have relapses, more than one. But relapses make way for a comeback. Some do. Her story wasn't like that, but I know there must be somebody out there that needs to hear this, that's struggling. Perhaps you've got a child. lost addiction. I remember a video I made, and I won't mention his name. But people came down on me. And said things like, you don't believe in giving people second chances, and just things along that line. That's the farthest from the truth. I'm all about giving second, third. I'm about giving many chances. You don't just give up on people. What I was speaking out about is there comes a time when you have to accept accountability for what you've done. And you don't just get to say, oh, I had a rough this and I had a rough that, and that's what I... No, you need to be responsible, and you need to come clean, and you need to be honest, and you need to tell, yeah, I messed up. I messed up. So I'm not. So I'm all about second chances. I am. I didn't feel that person was being sincere about it, though. That's why I spoke up. That's why I'm not here to judge anybody. You know what? We've all done things when we were young. Just most of us. Don't pay with our lives. Yeah. After that, I know it was a little intense. But there's somebody out there that need to hear that. And if you're going through this, know you can always talk to me about it. I judge no one because I'm not perfect. It's not my place to judge anybody. I was good at poking cards. I was good at, since, you know, this has been so powerful, Archangel cards. I was good at Archangels. What messages can you give us? Please give us messages someone needs to hear. someone needs to know right now. Archangel Raphael. Seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. What did I say that Raphael, at the beginning I said he was one of the archangels you call upon? They're struggling with addiction, and then we get... Okay. Do you have any other messages? Spirit, is there any other messages from the archangels? Okay. Knight of Ariel, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. And it says, there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan.